Hey everybody, Jiggley Jones, back for number 4. Yeah, so my favorite football team is stinking it up, so I figured I'd do this video now, and we'll take it from there. Nothing like bright red to catch your attention. Anyway, so the creative process. Yes, we're going to talk about the creative process. I love talking about the creative process. You didn't know that, did you? You would have asked me that question before if you'd known that I love talking about that, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to create, and there's where my joy lies. It makes me happy inside. Okay. So I've been talking about this song, Broken Arrow, which I'm releasing soon, and that's what today's episode is going to be about. I'm going to talk about the creative process behind the song, including where I came up with the idea, what the song's about, how the video is gonna start out. I plan on documenting this whole thing as I go, the video, and I'll put it out as a complete episode. Hopefully, after the video is released and after it's been out for a while, I'll come back and release that thing, and then maybe you can see how it was actually, how it was actually shot. So yeah, I hope you enjoy yourself. So, first of all, you gotta have a song. Where'd I put that stupid pick? Here it is. Here's my pick. You need my pick. Anyway, I want to show you how, I personally write a song. It usually starts with this here guitar, and I come up with a chord progression of sorts or some kind of riff that sparks the rest of the song. See this on guitars, what it does is it shortens the neck, which each increment or half step or whole step that you move down this way, it makes the pitch of the strings higher. So you can you can play a G chord like this, and that's a G, and you could put a capo on there and use the same fingering. So, you could use it sometimes. Sometimes I purposely put it on there just to change the feel of things, the sound of things, that it might spark me into something new. And in this case, that's what I did. So, So, once I have an idea of what I'm going to play, or a sort of idea, because that's all I need, I'll go in and I'll start recording the guitar part to what's called a click track. It's something that keeps the time. You want to lock it in as you go. Gives you an idea. It's going to change probably, as I go along. Everything morphs into something else depending on the emotion and the mood and the way things go. So sometimes things just click out. You've heard that, where somebody said they wrote a song and recorded it in half an hour. That's true. It just happens. Sometimes it'll take you a long time to come up. I had a song where I wrote it 3 different times over a 2-year period. Not straight 2 years, but I'd come back to it. And it took me that long and that many times to come up with the final product, which was, the song that I kept and released. Art is something that you never can predict, and that's what makes it so great. So once I record it as a guitar part, and what I do is I'll just sit there and with the headphones on, and I will listen to this guitar, and I'll just sing along with it, a melody, and I can piece it together, this, that, and the other. And once I got, after so much time, I have a melody and sometimes even harmonies with that, and a song laid out with emotion, and I'm creating a picture in my mind. By doing that, I will then sit down with this and usually with a cup of coffee and a pen and a paper, and I will come up with lyrics that fit that melody. And a lot of times the way you phrase the melody will spark certain words, and if I can come up with one sentence or one phrase that's I think is pretty cool, I might branch the whole song off of that. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. I might even come up with a title just from that first part. There's a certain way I sing a certain thing. It sounds like the words broken arrow, and I could branch a song completely out of that. And then I'll go in and I'll sing those lyrics to the melody, and now I have an actual song. And then I'll add on the other instruments if necessary as I go. A lot of times I'll do the drums next, and that way, because I'm hearing a feel in the song already, a rhythmic feel that I want to get down, so when I put the other instruments in, it stays within that feel, you know. All right, now let's talk about the video. So let's say the song is done, okay, which it is in this case. It's being mixed right now. I should have it within a couple days or so, at least by the end of the week, which is really exciting. All right, so throughout this segment here, I'm going to show you some footage of how I'm developing a visual set. All this is going to be shot on my property. Luckily, I have some woods, you know, that I could make it look like it's the wilderness. There's a big secret right there. There's actually all kinds of stuff around me that I'm not really putting in the shot to make it appear that this is out somewhere, you know, where there are no people, where there are no houses and things. The cool part about this is if you're watching this, you know, this episode, you'll get to see how this video is being made before you even heard the song. So let's check out some of those videos. This is part of my backyard, basically. It goes around, houses up there. I live in the woods for the most part, you see, and it gives me a good place to set up this foamless shelter, or fake homeless shelter, for this video. So what I did was came down here. I started clearing out this part of the woods to make it look somewhat lived in. I got a lot of work to do. This is the very beginning of it, so this is where a lot of the video is going to be shot. I mean, just right in here. So maybe you'll find that interesting. So there you saw the first thing where I'm starting to build the set. There's not much to it, obviously, and the whole time I'm thinking of what I'm going to put in there all week long. While I'm off doing my job, off paying the bills, I'm thinking about it. You know, people at work are probably like, how come this guy's not talking very much lately? That's because my wheels are churning up in there, you know? I'm not that weird. I mean, really, right. Got a little work done. Looks a little flimsy, but I had to make this area look like an 8-year-old built it, and is taking care of it. So this is just the beginning. There'll be all kinds of stuff here to make it look like fake home. So, yeah. Okay, there's the second segment. And as you see, it's starting to come along a little bit, and I still don't know exactly what's going to happen with it. You know, I still got to add a bunch of stuff. Come down in here. Got a few things here. This 8-year-old boy is a collector of things he can get his hands on, things that he finds important, things that an 8-year-old would find important, as to protecting and taking care of his mom, who's hardcore alcoholic. They're homeless. I'm going to add a few more things in there to fit the part. I'll be adding a lot more. Be starting a fire here, get some coals, make the area look more lived in. It's actually starting to look like what it's supposed to look like. Things starting to shape up a little bit. It's a little weathered now. Hey, look at that guy. Most people that view this stuff will see the video and then come back maybe and watch these episodes and say, wow, you know, So that's how he made that set. Broken Arrow. All right, there you go. That's it. Hey, that's the end of the show today. Thanks for listening. See you next time, which, by the way, will be a couple weeks from now because I'll be doing the video coming up soon. Keep the questions coming because without the questions, I really don't have nothing to talk about, do I? So I'll see you next time, and drive safely.